Right, we're 5 minutes early. Can you still hear me, yeah?
Yeah, can you hear me, mate?
I've got no sound coming from you,
I can hear you.
Can anyone in the chat hear Bret?
I can hear you loud and clear, mate.
I can't hear him. There's no sound for me, but can anyone hear Bret when he speaks?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
10 people in.
I can hear you, pal.
Anyone here? Can anyone hear Bret? We have sound. We have a sound.
Can you hear me, mate?
Right, so you can hear Bret, yeah?
Yeah.
So I can ask Bret questions and he can answer, all right?
Yeah, man. Answer.
All right, Bret. Obviously, you come on the scene a little while ago because of Decker Eggy, yeah? But how did you first get into fighting?
First got into fighting when I started Taekwondo at 4 years old. And then I got into British Championships after retaining my black belt. And it wasn't excessive enough. So I got into boxing at a young age, about 11, 12 years old. Put on my first pair of gloves and started boxing properly, mate. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Ever since then, pal, just been cracking on with it. Are you there, buddy?
Bret, just put your thumb up for me when you're done, and then I can move on to the next question, because I can't hear.
Yes,
You're done, yeah? How, you've got a fight coming up soon, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm fighting on the 21st of this month in Skegness against a man who's 6'9", 24 stone of muscle. He looks a bit like Martin Ford. Yeah, so that should be entertaining, mate. This will be my 21st fight. I've had 20 fights, 20 wins on these kind of fights. But I've also had 11 fights as amateur all wins as well also. 2 BKB wins. Rest have just been unlicensed. So, yeah, mate. Can't wait to look forward to it. Undefeated, pal. Just keep it going. Just hopefully I can keep the ball rolling and then get the big fights. But Decker's tried pulling out of the fight today, saying, I've been disrespectful. I've been nothing but respectful to that man. You know what I mean? Respectful whatsoever. So I don't know what the crack is, but me personally, I just think it's a publicity stunt for him. And then there's too much money involved for him not to fight me. I will make him fight me either way. He has to fight me. There is no getting out of it.
How, that Decker fight, mate, how important is it to you? And obviously you're a friend of Brian Cockrell, aren't you? Does it mean a lot for you to fight Decker for Brian Cockrell?
Basically, Brian's done a lot for me in that. I'm good pals of Brian's there. And he said Decker was bullying him and whatsoever. And obviously, Brian's not very well man at the minute. So obviously I said, right, I'll fight him. But that wasn't the main reason. The main reason is obviously he holds the governor belt. But there's a lot of talk about him when he fought, is it Julian Francis for the governor belt? Because you've got a lot claiming he's not the actual real governor. You've got a lot saying Gary Furby actually got it, and then you've got a lot saying Norman Buckland still got the governor belt. So it's crazy, mate. I don't know what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? All I want to do is, I actually rated Decker. I thought it was an all-right fighter, and I thought we could have had a cracking fight, and I thought that's what the fans want to watch. I just want to give the fans whatever they want to watch and get cracking and get fighting, because I know happily I will absolutely knock Decker's spark out. I will spark Decker out in one shot. Remember that.
I can't hear a word you're saying, but you look quite angry then, Bret. So, all good, yeah? Bret, how much do you weigh at the moment, Bret?
I've cut myself down to about 17 stone 4 at the minute, but I'm super fit with that. I'm 6'3" in height. I'm a natural 19 stone. So yeah, I feel absolutely fit as a fiddle. I'm just going out on my runs now, my daily morning runs, 5 mile run now. and then straight to the gym, mate. Get cracking on with it, pal. So yeah, you know what I mean, I'm in great shape, mate.
Can somebody just write for me how much he weighs in stone? Somebody write how much he weighs.
17 and a half. Cut down from 19. Fit as a fiddle.
17 stone. Not Decker. You weigh 17 stone, yeah?
Yeah, 17 at minute. Cut down from 19, mate.
So you're pretty much the same weight as Decker Heggie at the moment, maybe a bit heavier.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Yeah, so it don't matter anyway. Heavyweight, once you're over 16 stone at heavyweight, you fight up to anyone anyway. That's the name of the game. Fucking hell, Rocky Marciano used to be, 14 and a half stone? And he'd fight men at 21, 22 stone. Weights, no matter what, if you're 16 stone and you can bang, you're causing damage. I don't care. The guy who I'm fighting on 21st is 24 stone of muscle. Look him up on my flyer on my social media. He's absolutely huge. Size, I'm not bothered. The last 4 fighters I fought, my last fighter was 6'7" and 20 stone. My last opponent. The opponent before that was 6'6" and 18 stone. And the opponent before that was 6'4" and 22 stone. I only fight big guys. The bigger they are, the harder to fall. Let's get it on.
This is the craziest interview I've done because of the silence, but I like it. You're putting your thumb up and you're always smiling, aren't you? You've always got a smile on your face, haven't you?
You've got a smile,
How important's cardio for you? How important do you think cardio would be in a Decker fight, mate?
Cardio is very important, mate. You know what I mean? If I always believe if you're fit, it's 50% of the battle. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed with a granite iron chin. You know what I mean? I can be hit with everything and never put down. Never in sparring, never in fights. I've never been down. I can fight. And I'm a non-stop come forward fighter. GGG style, Mike Tyson style. I will not stop coming forward. I come for a war. I ain't come to win by points. I've come to absolutely destroy you. I'm coming for an absolute proper scrap. I want blood. I want guts. I want everything. I want a bloodbath. That's what I like. And yeah, but cardio is absolutely important, mate. It's 50% of the battle, pal. You know what I mean? Definitely. But there's only 2 things you can't train, and that's your heart and that's your chin. Remember that.
Going by his last few fights, obviously Danny Christie was his last one. It was quite a while before he had that. Looking back at his last couple of fights, say, how different do you think the fight will be with you to other people? What would be different about you fighting him?
Basically, he's never been hit with anyone with as much power, as much explosive power as me, and as much of a knockout record as me. All my fights are all wins, all knockouts. I've never won one by points. I've knocked every single opponent out. He's going against the real deal now. If I start landing on him as easily as Danny was landing on him, then obviously it doesn't take a genius to know. I will absolutely see that scar there on his head. I will absolutely fracture his skull, pull that out. I'll break his nose, I'll break his jaw, I'll break every bone in his face and his ribcage. I'm the best body puncher in the UK by far, and I will absolutely break his ribcage. He will not know what's happened to him. He's 10 years older than me also. You know what I mean? I'm in the prime of my life. Trust me, he's had his day. It's time for him to step aside because I'm going to break him up, mate. I will break him up.
Obviously, Dean's fighting him in about 3 or 4 weeks, and depending if that fight happens and it does go ahead, how soon would you expect to fight Decker after June the 10th, I believe it is, or something?
Yeah, so basically, no, him and Dean, I think, are scheduled for June 18th or 19th. Decker's asking for the fight, I believe, in Oxford. Yeah, I believe he's got young Joe Joyce showing in fair play, so I believe he's asking for the fight in Oxford because that's where Big Paul Joyce lives, and they'll be looking for fair plays. I don't know if Decker I don't know if Dougie and Dean are agreeing to that or whatever because they've got a bit of history with the Joyces, as you can imagine, and you can see it get. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's one of them. I'll be tuning in to see if the fight happens anyway, but it's it looks a little bit, is it going to happen or isn't it going to happen? So, but anyway, if it does happen, fair play to both men. I'll be looking to fight Decker the day after that if he were game. But obviously, I don't think he'd have it in him if he did fight. So I'd still give the man a 12-week camp if he still wanted it. Straight after that, I'm a fair guy. So yeah, how long ever it takes Decker to get fit and in good shape, because I don't want him to make no excuses saying after I've knocked him out that he wasn't in shape. So I'll give him another 12-week camp after the Dean fight, and I'll still punch his fucking head in.
What's your if you don't mind, you married, Bret? You got kids or family life?
I've just come out basically of a 10-year stint of a wild card in jail, but at the minute I've been seeing a girl there now, and I'm just getting into family life now, mate. So to be fair with you, you know what I mean. I've been a bit of a jack the lad for years, you know what I mean. So I've had my fair share of women and that, you know what I mean. But it's time to settle down now, mate, and be a man in it. So, and that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? I'm trying to settle down and have the family life. That's what it's all about. So, yeah. So just cracking on with it day by day, mate. Day by day.
Somebody said, "What's your amateur record, Bret?"
My amateur record, 11-0. I think it was something like 7 as a junior, and then the rest was at senior. And then I can remember my last senior fight a month later, I ended up cocking for 5 years in prison for a Section 18 charge, which I'm not proud of. So, yeah.
This has been really hard not being able to hear you, but I think we're getting there, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting there, mate.
What's your
We're
plan
getting
like,
there.
after Decker, mate? Are you going to carry on bare knuckle fighting? Is that something you want to carry on doing, or is it just a one-off with Decker, mate?
Well, mate, yeah, I've just had some brilliant news. I'm in the BKFC at Wembley on July 17th. I've spoke to the main man, so looks like me and Danny Christie will both be appearing at Wembley at BKFC in July. That'll be massive, so I'm happy about that situation. Obviously, I would like to then get Decker out of the way, and whoever challenge, I'll take any challenges from anyone and I'll fight anyone. I'm not ducking anyone. I'll fight absolutely anyone. You know what I mean? A true champion should always fight anybody. So after that, I would then be looking to go with Bieber. Bieber's contacted me for my pro boxing license. I'd like to get these future fights out the way, and then I'd like to drop back down if I can to cruiserweight and go back through the pro circuit with Bieber as professional boxing again. But for the time being, I want the Decker fights. I want these BKFC fights in Wembley Arena. So yeah, and then after that, we'll get cracking again on the pro circuit. But I'll have to cut a bit of stone off, leave the chicken alone, and get back on the salads and get back down to cruiser.
Massive support for you in the group chat, Bret. Loads of people
Tell them I
saying
said
you're
thank you.
refreshing.
Listen, thank you, everybody.
I reckon you're going to smash Decker up.
I'm great. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for everyone there. You know what I mean? Decker's just made himself look silly, really, because he's now saying some certain things, saying, I've been disrespectful. And if anyone's been following my YouTube, I've been nothing but respectful to that guy. I've seen hundreds, if not fucking thousands of profiles calling him a paedophile to a nonce every day. And I could have quite easily jumped on the bandwagon with all the horrible fucking shit I've heard, yeah? But I've let my own mind have an opinion, and I've never used this YouTube shit ever. You know what I mean? I've only been using this YouTube now. This is my my second week of using YouTube. You know what I mean? I've never used it in my life since then. Yeah, and I've been struggling to keep up with it all and figure it out. But now that I have figured it out and I've watched with my own two fucking eyes, yeah, because I am smart. Decker is absolutely a fucking wrong'un. You know what I mean? There is no getting out of it, mate. You know what I mean? If someone were calling me a fucking paedophile and a fucking nonce a million times a day, I would get that acro and I would record it from start to finish. It only take 10 seconds and it has shut all the fucking critics up. So he must like being called a paedophile, or he is a paedophile in my fucking eyes. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. But I'm willing, yeah, to try and even keep my fucking mouth shut if I can, just so I can get out there and punch his nonce fucking face clean in for him. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's quite obvious to me. You know what I mean? I've battered a lot of fucking wrong'uns in prison, a lot of pedos, and he is hiding and he's using deflection tactics left, right, and fucking centre, yeah, for everyone to look the wrong way. No, mate, the question is simple, pal. Listen, yeah, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon, Decker. I'm trying to be respectful. Why, as a fully grown man who's 39-year-old, nearly 40 years of age, yeah, who's getting called a paedophile left, right, and centre, not proving his innocence? Because where I come from, I would pay I would pay every bit of money I've got in my pocket, every bit of thing I own to prove I want a fucking nonce. You know what I mean? Why are you not doing the same, mate? You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It don't make sense. So there's something to hide, but there's an old saying, isn't there? There's never no smoke without fire, and I can see a lot of fucking smoke going off, mate. So yeah.
Bret, thank you for answering my message and getting in touch, mate. Thank you for coming on. I'm going to turn this off and hopefully you'll be able to hear the interview.
Yeah, safe, brother. Nice one. Thank
Big
you.
shout out, mate. Thank you. Everyone in the chat. Loads of girls shouting you out in the chat. You got some pussy in the chat, bruv.
Yeah, listen,
Bret, thank you very much, my pal.
much.
Everyone in the chat, thank you. I'm going to try and see what's happening with my sound.
Yeah,
Thanks for watching Fight Talk UK. See you later, Bret. Cheers, bud.
Have a good day. Bye. Cheers, mate. Thank you.